UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria had a lot to say over the weekend about the Canelo versus Terence Crawford fight. Here's what he had to say. I won't talk about what would happen between me and Crawford in the octagon. I'll talk about what would happen in a boxing ring. I put him to sleep in the first contact. That's Ilia Topuria to Terence Crawford. Canelo versus Crawford fight week this week. UFC Noche fight week this week. Wow, it's a big week, fight fans. Are you as excited as I am? I bet you are. Let's get into some action that took place over the weekend. Let's dive right into UFC Paris. Results, impact, who's going to do what next? Let's do it. Let's do it. It was a great fight card from top to bottom. All right? Great fight card. Tons of finishes. Set some records. The crowd was on fire. Let's get into some results here. You got Sam Hughes defeated Shauna Bannon. Submission. Round 2. You got Renat Faktarinov defeated Andreas Gustafsson. Round 1, TKO. Robert Brichek defeated Brad Tavares. TKO round 3. Sam Patterson gets the win against Trey Waters. Round 1, TKO. Caio Fernandez defeated Harry Hardwick. Another finish, round 1. Ante Delija defeated Marcin Tybura. Round 1, TKO. A lot of finishes. Umar Sy got it done. Round 1, TKO against Brenson Ribeiro. William Gomez, round 3. This one went to decision over Robert Ruchala. Once again, William Gomez gets it done. Axel Sola, TKO, round 3 against Rice McKee. Great fight. Mason Jones, you got a $50K bonus in this one. Was almost finished, came back. Mason Jones defeated Bolaji Oki. TKO round 2. Modestas Bokakis ends Paul Craig's UFC run. Round 1, TKO, KO, nasty elbow. Paul Craig retired from MMA, the UFC, after that fight. Congratulations on an awesome career, Paul Craig. Main event and co-main event time. Oh boy. Benoit Saint Denis finished Mauricio Ruffy in round 2. Wow. I gotta be honest, guys. I picked Ruffy. Nasruddin Imavov defeated Kai Barajo via unanimous decision in the main event. A lot of finishes. I think there was 3 decisions, and the rest were finishes. Fantastic card. UFC Paris delivered. Michael Bisping was great. It was an awesome event. Now we got Nasruddin Imavov calling out Khamzat Chimaev. Did Imavov do enough to get a shot with Khamzat? I'm not too sure. You get another big fight coming. Renain de Ritter has something to say about it. RDR versus Fluffy. Very exciting. I think if Fluffy or RDR gets a finish, they're going to move right into the spot. I think if Imavov got the finish, no brainer. Kai Barajo, great fight. Looked a little slower. He even said after the fight he couldn't get into that gear. Sean Strickland ripped into him. Here's what Sean Strickland had to say. Geez, Sean Strickland. God. This is Sean Strickland slamming Kai Barajo. Kai is my buddy, but he's an idiot. He trained with us and was useless. he went on to say, so you're giving up 4 weeks of your camp, cutting weight twice while having a fight coming up? Whoever told you to do that, please hit him. Sean Strickland's basically saying whoever's instructing Kai Barajo to do things in his camp is not smart, because Barajo weighed in and he was the alternate. I believe it was UFC 319, so he had to do 2 weight cuts. He said he didn't have enough gas. Could have been because of that. Sean Strickland might be onto something here. So once again, Sean Strickland didn't like the way Kai Barajo handled his camp. Fair enough. Paddy Pimblett had a lot to say in his recent vlog on his YouTube channel. Here's what he had to say. Paddy the Baddie. And this is directed towards Ilia Topuria. I've got to get the striking timing better if I'm fighting El Chorizo, using the mocking nickname El Chorizo. That is a lot of what I'm doing to work on, but my grappling always feels phenomenal. When I get people on the floor, they don't get up. I smother people like Kamzat against DDP on the weekend. Once I get you down and I'm on top of you, I'm smothering you, lad. You're not getting up. Paddy Pimblett says if he gets Ilia Topuria down, it's over. Lights out. He's going to finish him. Paddy's working on his striking. I'm a big fan of Paddy. Huge fan. I think Paddy is still evolving, and I think in 2026, Paddy could be the champion at 155. Absolutely. 100%. Nasruddin Imavov hit the scales, and he weighed 194 pounds on fight night, which is 9 pounds over. He weighed in at 185, so he actually gained 9 pounds, which is not a lot. It's not a lot. So what do you think's next for Imavov? What do you think's next? I think he sits in weights and for RDR versus Fluffy and see what happens, and then the UFC will make a decision there. Canelo versus Bud this week. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight week. Huge card. Looking forward to that. What do you think's next for Kai Barajo after his loss? He takes his first career loss and, put on a good performance. Real good performance. Great chin. Imavov's an incredible striker. What do you think's next for the fighting nerd Kai Barajo? Matter of fact, what's next for Ruffy? Maybe some grappling training, maybe some takedown defense, maybe some, more time on the mats. Noche UFC this week, headlined by, Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez versus Lord Gene Silva, another fighting nerd. Gonna be a banger. Islam Makhachev had a lot to say, and he directed it towards Ilia Topuria, ducking Arman Tsarukyan. Ilia Topuria is the champion. Arman Tsarukyan is a #1 contender. And Islam Makhachev just vacated the title. Islam wants Arman versus Ilia next. Most of us do. Let's do it. Let's book it. Let's book it. Cyril Gain had this to say to Tom Aspinall. I've been working, and hopefully I can show it this time around. Cyril Gain has been working on a lot of stuff in the lab, takedown defense. His striking has been phenomenal his whole career. His takedown defense. Let's see what happens, right? He thinks he has what it takes to finish Tom Aspinall. He vows to not let it go to the judges this time. Gain wants to finish the fight. And a segue here, Jon Jones, former UFC light heavyweight champion, and former UFC heavyweight champion Johnny Bones is out of retirement officially. He says he's officially out of retirement, and he's coming back. He said he's training 5 days a week, and he wants to fight at the White House. What happens if Cyril Gain defeats Tom Aspinall? Will we see Jon Jones versus Cyril Gain 2? Another quick finish? That would be some movie theater stuff, right? Unbelievable. That's it for our news. It's Monday. We always come on here on Monday. MMA Uncensored, MMA Pack, Combat Sports News. Check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and give us a follow. Have a great day, fight fans, and we'll see you Friday with our UFC picks and some more news.